Hey guys, it's Lukion, and today is week 2 of the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon. So if you're not familiar, the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon is a month-long readathon that is inspired by the classes that the characters in Harry Potter take in their 5th year. So, if you have not watched my reading vlog from last week, it's in the description box and you can go check it out. But, this is the start of week 2. It is day 8 of the readathon. Last week I read 3 books, none of which counted for the career, the wizarding career that I am pursuing. I want to be a ministry worker, and there are 5 required classes that you have to take. You have to do Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, History of Magic, Potions, and Transfiguration. And so far I've done 3 challenges, none of which are counting towards these 5. But I am going to try to do at least one of those challenges this week. But I'm going to try to do every single challenge. So last week I completed Ancient Runes, Muggle Studies, and Arithmancy. And this week, I don't know what I'm going to be completing, but the book that I plan on reading first is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which could actually count for a bunch of different categories. It could count for Care of Magical Creatures, it could count for Care of Magical Creatures, and some other stuff as well, History of Magic, and it could also count for the astronomy, which I think is what I'm going to do. Once again, astronomy is not required for the ministry worker, but still, I want to do it. I'm just going to read all the books that I want to, and then at the end of the month I will fit them into the categories that they can be in, and I will try to complete every single category. So, I have nothing to do this week. Absolutely nothing, because it is technically my spring break. Even though I'm off of school, like the school is closed, but there's no actual online classes this week because it is spring break. I can't do anything. I can go to Barnes & Noble. I cannot leave my house because we are currently in quarantine. If you are watching this in like 2027, it is 2020, and this is the time of the coronavirus. So we are all quarantined in our houses and cannot leave, so I am happy that I am healthy, my family is healthy, and that's all I can really ask for. My friends are healthy as well, so that's all I can really ask for. I'm very grateful. So yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of reading this week, hopefully. I want to show you my bullet journal. So it's not really a bullet journal, it's just a regular line journal, but I'm pretending that it's a bullet journal because I want to. So that's what I'm going to do. I have the whole day to read. It is only 12:32, and actually, if I want to read The Night Circus, I have to read it when it's dark out. Because if it's counting for astronomy, I have to read it when it's dark out, and I think I'm just going to choose astronomy for that. So technically, I don't have to read at all today, but I kind of do, so maybe I'll pick up another book that could count for another challenge. I don't really know, but, I could just wait until it's semi-dark out. The challenge says read the majority of the book when it's dark outside, so I could just wait, till it's, like, the sun is setting, because that's still technically dark out. It's not as light as it would be. And also, maybe if it rains later today and there's no sun showing, that could count too. So I'm really just gonna fudge the rules as much as possible. But I am already rambling. I am gonna be editing for the most of the day. I'm basically gonna just try to post as many videos as I can in the next couple of days, but I'm gonna spend the daylight hours editing since I cannot read until it is dark out. So we're just gonna play it by ear. So it is like 12:30 in the morning, and I'm finally starting this book. I've already read the first 116 pages last year, so I'm gonna try to just read that again, and I can probably go pretty quickly. literally all I know about this book and all I remember is that it follows two characters that are magicians of some sort and have to compete. I'm just gonna start it. Hello, so if you cannot already tell, it's day 9, and I didn't do anything today, which is why I didn't vlog at all, because I was catching up. I was doing like all my schoolwork, because we had schoolwork that is due Monday, because this is technically our spring break, so I just did it all today to get it over with, or like, I did most of it. I only have like 2 things left to do, which is great, but I am 116 pages into the Night Circus, and I'm really enjoying it. The first 116 pages were definitely set up, which I don't mind, especially with like a standalone or like a first book in a series. And I actually like it when books take like 70 to 100 pages to get the world and the characters established. So I'm enjoying that. And not much has happened so far, because as I said, a lot has been set up. Sorry, I'm just like playing with my bookmark, because I don't want it to make a lot of noise. But the writing in this book is so good, and I know that's a very popular opinion, because everyone loves Erin Morgenstern, but the writing is just so good. It is so entrancing, and I just feel like I'm at the Night Circus. So, yeah, and I'm really hoping that we actually get into, like, the circus-y part, because that's what I'm interested in. I've heard that the middle of this book is kind of boring, and I'm hoping that's not true, because the beginning I really enjoyed, and I'm hoping that it stays consistent throughout the rest of the book. But we actually have a lot more characters that I forgot about. We have, obviously, Celia and Marco, but we also have Bailey, who I do remember, and then we also have Chandrish, something like that. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but he is interesting. I don't really want to say anything about him, because it's kind of all even spoilery, but I think this book is already so magical, and once again, I know, that's a very known opinion, or shared opinion, and I also love how throughout we get these little, like, sections that are in second-person point of view, and they're like, you walk through the circus, it's like we're getting a big glimpse into the circus, but, yeah, I'm going to probably keep reading now. I don't know if I'm going to keep reading at this moment, because I think we're going to go watch a movie, but, yeah, I'm going to, hopefully, I probably will not read another section today, but I am hopeful. So, it is the next day. I literally feel like a horrible person, because I feel like these vlogs are literally just me checking in every time I read, which is, like, not okay. I want to, like, update through the day, and hopefully I can do that tomorrow, because I won't be doing schoolwork, because I finished it all today. Obviously I'm going to get more next week, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how much I've read tonight. So, I am currently I'm on part 3, which I'm on page, like, 295 or something like that, and I was on page 116 earlier, so that's, an amount of pages that I don't know now because my brain is gone, but yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's not as great as everyone is saying right now, but, like, I'm more than halfway through, and I feel like the story is just starting, which honestly is more forgiving when it's adult, but we're just going through so many characters that, like, I feel like we're not getting enough of Celia and Marco, who are supposedly the main characters, but I want to see more of their competition. It's like, it's what I was promised, and the writing is very nice, but sometimes I feel like the book gets bogged down because of the writing, because it's a lot, and I just feel like I really have to use my brain when I'm reading this, and I don't like using my brain when I'm reading, because I use my brain throughout the entire day, so, like, getting to read is sort of like my relaxation time, like my rewinding time, in addition to, like, TV and movies. So, like, I don't want to have to, like, exert a lot of energy in order to follow a story. But, I think it's gonna get interesting now, because I think we're gonna get some more of the competition. Some things are happening in the story that I cannot say anything about. But, yeah. I am so sorry that my brain is gone. I don't know what is going on. But I've just been so drained because I decided to do all the schoolwork that, like, just to get it over with in these past 2 days. So, yeah, that's why, like, I probably would have been able to read more tonight, but, like, I just, like, I cannot. So, that is it. So, for once, I am vlogging at a reasonable hour. I think it's, like, 8 o'clock. And I showered and read for like an hour, and I'm currently on page 395 of The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I'm definitely enjoying it more now, because some things have happened with the characters, there's more plot development. I still don't really care about some of the characters, but because we literally follow, like, basically everyone. Like, every character that we interact with normally, we get some chapters with our POV. Definitely my favorite part of the book is probably the sections that are told in second person, because I just think they're done really, really well, and they really capture the aesthetic of the story. But for right now, I am really enjoying it, which is good, because I feel like for the entire first week vlog, I wasn't really enjoying the stuff I was reading. But I have, like, a little over 100 pages left to read, and I think I'm going to do that tomorrow, because, I just think I'm going to do it tomorrow. But I also do want to start another book tomorrow, and I have an idea of what I want to start, but I don't want to, like, set it in stone yet, because it might change. But, yeah. I really want to finish one more book this week. Tomorrow is already the 12th, which means I only have 3 days left of this readathon, so I'm going to try to do, tomorrow, read another book throughout the day, and then finish this at night. But, yeah, if I can't fall asleep later, then I might read some more of this book, and if I do, then I will update you. But I obviously will be updating throughout the day when this challenge is over, because this is read a book during the night time, so obviously I'm going to be updating during the night because I have things to update. Anyway, I'm going to go. It is the next day, and I did not update last night because I just wasn't really feeling well. It was Easter, and I ate so much, and my stomach was hurting, and I had a huge headache. But last night, I was able to finish The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the beginning and the ending more than the middle. I feel like the middle kind of dragged a little bit, and I feel like this is a book, to fully appreciate it, you probably need to reread it. So I am going to reread it sometime in the future, maybe in the summer or the fall, but I did really enjoy it. So, 4 out of 5 stars. I think the writing was really good. I liked the characters. I loved the atmosphere and everything, and I will definitely be picking up the Starless Sea, which is right there. They're not sequels or anything, like, they're not related, but I do definitely want to read more from her, and I think this is going to be even better on reread whenever I do that. I have picked another book to read. So the next book that I want to read is Kingsbane by Claire Legrand. I read Furyborn last year, in August, and I thought it was good. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't really love it, but I heard Whitney from Witty Novels also gave Furyborn 3 stars, and then she gave Kingsbane 5 stars, and she made a review video for both of the books, which I'll link in the description box if you're interested. But I think I'm gonna try to read this. It is ginormous. I think it's like almost 600 pages. Yeah, it's 587 pages long. The first book was also like 500 pages, and I read it in a day, so hopefully I can get through a big chunk of this book. today. Because I really want to finish at least 2 books a week, because then I will have finished 5 books this week, and then I will have to read like 3 to 4 books in the next 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what this could count for, but I will try to see, and I will get back to you. If I can fit Kingsbane into a category, then I will try to do that. I'm gonna go and figure out what I'm doing for the rest of my day. So, I'm holding my camera because I am way too lazy to have to put it on its little thing and then put it on the tripod because I already put everything away like a dum-dum. But I am like 100 pages into Kingsbane, and it fits for the challenge of Transfiguration, I think. Which is to read a book/series that involves shapeshifters, and in the Imperium trilogy, which is like Furyborn, Kingsbane, there are angels, and angels can go into their angel form and their human form, and they can shift, so I'm counting it. I don't care. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm already liking it a lot. I like it more than Furyborn already, because I just think Furyborn was kind of boring. I don't think this is gonna be, like, my favorite book of all time, but I think I am gonna enjoy it more than Furyborn. I mean, I'm only, like, a sixth of the way through, so I can't really form any opinions yet. But so far, I think it's interesting, and I like how we're already getting into some of the plots, and I really enjoy middle books, because you can do, like, a lot with the characters, and there's, like, a lot of politics, and I love political intrigue, so I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited to read more. I'm hopefully going to get a lot of reading done today. It's already probably, like, 2 o'clock, or maybe 3 o'clock. I did work till 12 this morning, and it's raining outside, and so I'm hopefully going to read a lot more today. And yeah, that's really all I need to say. It is the next day. It is like 2:24, and I don't know if I'm going to end the vlog tonight, or if I'm gonna do like weeks 2 and 3. I think I'm just gonna do individual weeks, even if I don't read a lot. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Once I actually start editing it, I'll know. But I just read more of Kingsbane. I'm like 400 pages in, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm like around 400 pages in, or like just below. And it's starting to do one of my least favorite things in 2 of my least favorite things that is like a trope or like something that happens with middle books and trilogies. And it's sort of one of them that's like, it's like introducing so many characters at once and not fleshing them out. Like, there's not enough time to flesh them out. There are so many new characters, and there are, like, some of them are dying, and some of them, like, I can't even tell who some of them are, or where they're from, or why they're there, how they got there. It's explained, but it's so one note, and they just appear, and they're there when they're needed. It's one of my least favorite things that happens in middle books in trilogies, and I don't know why it happens so often, but yeah. And then the other one is, it's not really what's happening, but it's like gaining allies or just like going around the countries or the different worlds to try to get people to join their side. It really bores me. Like, it happened in Empire of Storms, and it happened in the sequel to Girls with Paper and Fire. And it also happened in a bunch of other series that I can't remember. But, yeah, that is another thing that really bothers me when it comes to trilogies and second books in trilogies. Thankfully, it doesn't happen as much as it doesn't, if that makes sense. Oh, also, Children of Virtue and Vengeance did that. It's like introducing so many characters at once that have just, they're so random. There's like literally within the last 200 pages that I just read, we probably got 10 new characters, and 5 of them were introduced in like the same chapter, like the same scene. And so, yeah, that kind of gets on my nerves, but it's fine. I'm definitely enjoying it a little bit less than I was before, because it's just so slow, and I had the same thing with Furyborn, because in Furyborn, on the synopsis, it says that Riel has to do, like, these 7 elemental trials, and it took so long to do this. Like, it was just so slow. Furyborn was so slow to me, and Kingsbane is getting a little bit slow, which is kind of disappointing, because I really want to enjoy it. But I think I'm going to go for a walk, because I miss being outside, and I just need to get some fresh air. So I think I'm going to do that, and then come back and read a little bit more, and then I will see if I want to, what I want to do with this vlog. I actually don't know what time it is. I think it's probably like 5 o'clock. And right now I'm on page 443 of Kingsbane, and I am really enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. The middle was like, the middle 200 pages, which I read this morning, and I was kind of ranting about, I didn't love. But now that it's over, and we are dealing with something else, and I'm really enjoying it, I still haven't gotten the promise of the premise yet. The whole thing with, like, the gates and stuff, I haven't really, there's not been much development with that. But, also, I know this series is marketed as young adult, and it's in the young adult section, but the scene I just read was, like, some of the characters got naked, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. But, other than that, there's nothing else. I'm gonna go on a walk around the neighborhood before it gets dark out. It won't get dark for like another 2 hours, but I'm just gonna go now, because it's gonna get colder, that's for sure. And I'm hoping to finish Kingsbane tonight, and I will update when I have read some more. It is a little bit later. It's kind of dark outside, not really, but kind of. And I am on page like 500 of Kingsbane, and I'm enjoying it more. There were just like a bunch of plot twists just now that I really enjoyed. I think they were really well done, and there's no doubt that like Claire Legrand is a really good writer. I like the way she weaves the threads of the story, and I like what she does with the characters. Her plot, like, her plots are not my favorite, but I think they're, I don't know, I guess it's very objective, or subjective. Yeah, it's very subjective. But, yeah, I'm really enjoying it right now because there were, like, 3 plot twists in a row, and I'm really interested. And also I heard that there's a huge plot twist at the end, so I'm interested to see what that is, but I'm gonna go help with dinner, and hopefully I can read the last, like, 80 to 90 pages later before I go to sleep, and before I end week 2. So that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. Okay, bye. So, this is like a new angle. I put you on my bookshelf, but I just wanted to end the day saying that I have finished Kingsbane by Claire Legrand. I'm gonna wrap up my thoughts tomorrow morning, and then start the next vlog, but I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it a lot more than Furyborn, but I definitely need to let my thoughts sink in before I give it a full rating. But, yeah, I just want to say that I will finish it, that I have finished it, and I will talk to you more in the morning. So, it is currently April 15th, and what is going on with my hair? I just wanted to wrap up the week. So week 2 is over, and so far for the readathon I have read 5 books. I read Imagine Me by Tahereh Mafi, The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren, The Night Country by Melissa Albert, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and yesterday, Kingsbane by Claire Legrand, which I have right here, and I guess I'll talk about right now. I really enjoyed this book. As I said, I only gave Furyborn 3 out of 5 stars, which is not a bad rating at all, but I just didn't love it. Kingsbane, on the other hand, was amazing, and, there was, like, the middle where I was sort of like, but then it got so good, and I know this book is kind of polarizing. People either really, really love it or really don't like it. But I really, really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite of all time, but I think it's a very good middle book in a trilogy, which is pretty hard to pull off. I don't think it didn't necessarily need to be this long, but I wasn't mad that it was that long. I do generally like longer books, so, especially with, like, subsequent books in a series, I don't really like it when books get shorter as the series goes on. I like when they get larger so we can really delve into the story. But middle books, I feel like, are the most fun to do, because, to read and, like, to write, because in the first book you have to introduce all of the characters and introduce the world and magic system and everything, and then in the third book you need to tie up all the threads and the characters and put it in a really nice place. But for the second book you really just get to have fun with the characters and delve deeper into the story, like into their backstories and into the actual current storyline. I loved the extra perspectives that we got in this book. So for the majority of the book we have Riel and Eliana, but we also had a perspective from Corian, like, there were also, like, interluding chapters from Corian, and we got one from Ludivine, and Audric, and we got one from a new character, so it was really enjoyable. I cannot wait for Lightbringer, which is the third book in the series, and I will definitely not put it off as long as I did with Kingsbane. Actually, I read Furyborn like a year after it came out, and then I just read this, and it's almost been a year since it came out. So, I cannot wait for Lightbringer. I really hope there are going to be arcs printed so that I can read it, and review it, because I would love to talk about it. But if you want a review for Furyborn and Kingsbane, definitely tell me in the description box below, because I think it would be really fun to do them. So yeah, that is Kingsbane. I really enjoyed it. Moving on. Yeah, that is it for this vlog. I'm gonna go start the next one and decide what I'm reading. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see my Imagine Me reading vlog or my week 1 reading vlog, they're in the description box below, as are my social media links and everything. Tell me videos that you would like to see me do in the future. I am going to be doing, wrap-ups. I think I'm going to be doing seasonal wrap-ups, maybe, or maybe I'll do monthly, or bi-monthly. I don't really know. And I also will be doing a book haul, because I've gotten so many books recently. Like, I've bought books, I've been sent books, so I definitely am going to do that. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up, I guess. And if you like my channel, definitely subscribe if you want to. But I will go start the next reading vlog. So, goodbye.